So March 8th. So this is a market analysis, a very fast one. So this is the monthly chart. I draw like a line from this top with that week that we're still in the month, so this might not play out, but it's just an idea that we can make a bull flag maybe sometime in the future. On the monthly we have the 12 EMA now at the moment on the 26K and the 21 on the 19.5K, which is aligned already with the 21 with this bottom here. So we already have a base here on the monthly plus all this area for lower areas. So we are here, we are still above this support. As long as we hold this support from the 20K area, we are good to go and go higher. Okay, and plus on the RSI, although it's starting to turn, we still at the top, normally it's on this level. So on the monthly, still bullish, but although the line's starting to roll, but let's see what we do. Now on the weekly. So on the weekly, remember these two lines were done on the monthly. This one is already working on the weekly. Remember, on the weekly, this candle, we didn't come to test it as support. Only on the low time frames that we tested to go higher. But if we want to use the weekly chart, we might come down here. So for now, everyone is buying the dip, trying to do a higher low here, to try to push higher above this trend line and keep on going higher. Big resistance on the 52 to 55K, big sell pressure. Weekly we have this bearish engulfing saying that the sellers are stepping in, but we are still trying to make a higher low here to try to push higher. If we close the week below this line here, we will go down, and I think areas of support is the 40K, 42K. We have the 12 EMA on the weekly, and the 21 and the 21 exponential plus the 20 simple around the 35K, 34, 33, basically on the top of this area here, of this candle, which was not tested as support. So, and all the structure, market structure, the support is on 32K, as I said before, plus this area here. We can use the 28, 29K also as support. Okay, so this is the structure we have to deal now on the time being, and lower areas only if we break the 32K or the 29K. So for now we are still in a bull run. Big supports on the weekly will be here and here. We are consolidating. If this doesn't play out, we have this bull flag that might be forming. If we break higher from here next week, we can go to the 55 and then maybe higher levels of the 65, 70K, and then reassess, because if that happens, we do a all-time high. This 58 area will become support and we can have a bounce on the support. So we can also do a breakout trade, which have been working nowadays. If we close above this area, on the low time frames, you can do a breakout trade as well. So this is the targets areas to think about in the moment. On the RSI, on the weekly, we had a support was broken, and now we are below it, and maybe we have a bearish retest if we don't break above this trend line on the RSI, and we can come lower. Remember when we were in this bull run in 2017, look at the RSI, we were like this, and still in a bull run, but really volatile and doing like this. For now we have been only going up, and we still didn't do any of this volatility. So remember this, we already touched one of the lines, one of the tops on the weekly. And here, as we can see, we already touched the resistance on the weekly. So, and look at the RSI, we are trying to go higher, but RSI pointing lower, and we are already below the RSI. So everyone is still buying, but this can be a bearish retest. Just take that in mind, that we have also this bull flag to play out, if possibly play out if we break that area. I'm just taking this one out so you understand. Area of value on the weekly, area of value on the weekly, this area. If we break this, we have other areas below. Mostly these ones here. 11.7, 12, or 14K. If we go below, around 8,000, around here. But this can take a few times. So for now, this is the areas to buy. If we manage to do a higher low here on the weekly, we can try to push higher. So the support is here on the 45K for now on the weekly. And that's it for now. Okay, so we are here holding support on 45. Now we go to the daily. On the daily, we are consolidating. We managed to close up for 3 times already above the 21 moving average. We got this breakout, trying to close above this support. And now today, it will be the important day that we need to close basically above that area, or at least make some kind of hold support on the 12 moving average. And yeah, and then try to break out. So if we do the triangle, until now we hold this support, very easy. We had from the top and that week we got the breakout, and now we are trying to close the day above this triangle. If we close below, we might come down. So remember that. So today is an important day, like the next 2 days, to see if we manage to start to close above, especially above this trend line on the 52, which has big sell walls, and then try to go to 55, and then from 55 all-time high. If we don't pass this area or this area and we start closing below this triangle, we have all these supports that I mentioned, plus all the moving averages on the daily, the 50, 89, 100, 200 exponential, 277 exponential, and the 200 simple. This is quite important as well. So we don't know what will happen. Remember, tomorrow is March 9, and 1 year ago Bitcoin crashed, all the markets crashed on March 9. Remember, some crazy shit can happen, but if this holds, it's just a meme, and we can just do a higher low on the daily, try to push higher. Stop losses can be here, tight, but we can have wicks to liquidate some people. Below this area, below the 50, if we break this one, we will come to test this area here or this area here. So both these 2 moving averages, and maybe even depends on what we will do. So for now we are holding, trying to push higher. Target 55, from 55 all-time high, try to close above the all-time high, and then try to push higher. Indicators porting down. Now I pressed it. So back to 4 hours. Sorry, one more thing. So although on the weekly this could be a bearish retest, at least on the time being, this support here on the RSI on the daily is still holding. So we still might try to close above and then try to push higher, at least to 55, or just come here and then maybe reject, we don't know. So 4 hours. Okay, we got this support, so stop losses can be below. Of course, we can have wicks to these moving averages, so just be careful. But we have the low, higher low, trying to do another higher low. I don't know if it's this the one on the breakout of this trend line, or if we still come down with some wicks. If we close below If we start closing below this trend line, we will come down at least here. If we hold this, which is still possible, we need to start closing above this trend line to try to go there. Still possible, we can just do this like a lightning bolt, come down and up like there, to there, and blast through this area with all the stop losses here and liquidity pool from some people shorting, who knows? So we don't know yet. Let's see what's happening. The price still holding on the 4 hours. On the 21, we still have a few moving average here, so we can retest, maybe liquidate some people with leverage, who knows? Support will be here. We have the two 200s here and 277 here. And if you have your stop loss below here, you might survive some volatility here, or you just have your stop loss more closed here, maybe a few bids, and try to see if the price goes higher. If it goes below, you're out and wait for a new entry. 4 hours, this trend line here that we went up here wasn't tested as support. So remember, if we get like some bearish days, or the next weeks, if we try to go high but then we get rejection, remember this is an area of value. And maybe on the 21 of March we might come here, who knows? But for now we are still bullish, trying to work bullish. We had this descending wedge, we had the breakout, go up, we have the triangle, we are trying to close above. We already tried one time, rejected, now we are trying again, 20 minutes to go and we are still green. And then next candle, let's see if we have enough strength to push it. And I think this is it. We are already trying to go above this trend line here, but this was made on a different time frame, so you need to do it from the bottom. So this doesn't count here. And if you look at what's happening now, we are already above all the moving averages and trying to push higher, but remember, volatilities. We can be in a range here this week until maybe the next week we go higher, or then we come down. Who knows? Okay, so this is the 4 hours above all trend lines. But on the 1 hour we are below the 21 and the 20 as resistance, so we can come down here and then maybe back here. So just remember that we are having sell pressure, and let's see until we go. Remember the trend line. It's easy to manage risk, and now with this trdr.io site, I'm doing the free trial for a week. That gives you the order book and some indicators and signals. Where are the buy walls from and connected with many. One second, so you can understand. Right. 1 second. Right. Okay, so this is more easy like this. So when it gets green or yellow, gives you if it's on the support, gives you the buy signal. Sometimes it fails, but because there was this accumulation area, this was a buy signal. It's giving you like where are the buys, where are they? Wait 1 second. It's trying to load again. I don't know why this happened. Maybe the internet is a bit slow, but you saw it before. We had like I don't know why this happened. Okay, it was just loading. Okay, so this is a sell signal. This was a sell signal, and it gives you all this. This is the buy walls that are here on the 52, and it's the sell signal, and it worked. And now we have the buy, so we are consolidating. You see where are the sell walls? 52K. Which is this area. There's a big sell wall, and for now we have just flexible buy and sells, and the buy walls are here on the 47 and 46.5 plus 45. So this is the support. you have an idea where are the walls. You can also press this button and see it like buying pressure now, and the sell pressure will be on the top, so still we can go higher. This is good, very good for scalping. You have also these pockets, as you can see, the green starting to appear, and then some rejections, starting to get green again, and the price going higher. Also, you have the triangle, so we are trying to close above this triangle. We can chop here, but let's see if we have enough strength to pass the 42, to go to the 55, where there's a big sell wall as well on the 55. But because you cannot see it from here, it's above, but it's a big one. And you also have these templates here. You see the trades. I chose on the trade wall only trades from 100K to 1 million. So it's just big sales, that big trades that appear here. And you see that when the price reaches some area of value, you see the colors appearing and everything, the order book rolling. And when you have like these signals, like this yellow pointing down, you see that the chart here, this indicator also gives an idea that what will come. So for now we are just flat, just bots. We are on this channel trying to hold, trying to break out the triangle. Supports are here. And on the 45, so support is here, and the price is just doing their own thing and deciding what to do. Seems like we want to push it. The walls are here. Okay, so this was 1 hour, and this is very good for scalping with these signals. And back to here, we can just go, we are rejecting the 21 and we still have the 20 and 16 minutes to go. Let's see if we manage to push higher, otherwise we might just range, consolidate. This needs to hold, this area here. We are making higher lows, but let's see if we get like something like this, suddenly like a big red one. Remember the weekly, we got a bearish engulfing and many people are still buying. I also bought on the spot, and if I get stopped out, I don't care and I will buy below. So my trading plan is set up and I know where to take profits. I will take profits on the 55. On the 52, I'll take a little bit of profits, 55 if we go up, and then I'll have to let the rest ride, and then I might put my stop loss on the break even and let it ride. And if I got stop out, or I'm already in profit and I don't care. Okay, so this is it. So Ethereum. So Ethereum already starting to push a bit stronger, but we are already facing that resistance that on Bitcoin will be on this area. And yeah, so we might still consolidate, but it's getting some steam now above the 21 moving average. So this is 1 hour. Okay, so this was quite easy as well. We had this trend line. As soon as we managed to hold support after a few hours, we got the buys here. The stop loss could have been done here. We also got the breakout of this triangle here, and then back above 21. Then we got this one. We still didn't test it as support. So remember, we can come here, maybe we even go there to the top of the channel. This is the resistance here, and be careful that then we can come here, and from here maybe down or holding, or who knows. If we close above here, we can go higher. So this is where we are. Also big resistance on this area and this area here. And we are faced the first resistance. If we push higher, this will be the next area. And that one, which is around here and here. Okay, so this is it. Remember, this area wasn't tested as support. Let me check. Might be tested with a small candle, but no, I think we need to come here sooner or later. So careful with this. We can go up, but then we might come down. So see where we are. 4 hours. More easy to understand this channel. very easy channel. We got this one, but we managed to close the monthly close, hold it, and then the whole time high gave you the buy, back above the trend line, and now we are trying to push higher, resistance on the middle of the channel. If we close above, we have the top of the channel and maybe all-time highs. But remember, risk management, this is your area to manage risk, and just remember to take profits. Okay. Volatility ahead. So on the daily, and we hold the support here on the RSI. So on the daily, same thing. Just let's see where we are. So all looking green at the moment. Resistance will be here. If we close above, we can try close above there and all-time high. Support now on the 21, the 50, and the stop losses will be below this area or below this area. If we start breaking below the 21 or the 50, it gets tricky. So very easy to manage risk in this area. Big support on Ethereum. We can see all this area here. All these closes basically around here, 100. This is euros, so will be this area. Very easy to understand. This is the support. If we break this one, we have many areas, and the 600 euros area plus 540, 530 will be these targets around this area. So remember, we can go here a little bit, and maybe who knows if we have a crash after. Just be prepared for everything, area by area. If we hold this, it's fine. If we hold the 21, it's fine. Just remember to keep on taking profits. And I think that's it. No need to speak much more. We hold support on the 12, but remember Bitcoin, we didn't do this yet on Bitcoin. And this might happen on Bitcoin or come to the 21 year. So we might just go up, volatility, even do all-time high, and then back maybe down here to this base. Remember, this is the base. Consolidate, and then who knows if we do a lower high and we come down, or if we manage to break and keep on going higher. Okay, so this is it. Let me just see gold. Gold is important, so remember, when gold dollar index, not gold, dollar index goes up, normally it's not good for stocks. Basically, it's people taking out profits and the price of the dollar goes up. So we are already pushing higher, doing the same as here. And the first targets will be here, at least seems like. We are already finding support here. So first targets will be these moving averages, still everything pointing up. So that's why a small correction can happen, some consolidation correction because of this. Nasdaq, gold. So gold, we are still coming down, but remember, we can do a bull flag or a descending wedge. There's a couple lines there that points to here. And if you want to invest in gold, this is a good area for a bit, and easy also to make a stop loss. It's this cluster here. And if we break down this, we have this area and this area. But this is good for an investment in gold just a little bit. Just wait for the candles to make a bullish pattern, and then just decide. Remember, this is a descending wedge and bull flag. Or you can buy the breakout only of the descending wedge to be more safe, or breakout of this resistance above. Your profits will be lower, but will be more safer. But if this holds and with stop loss, it will be easy. Just wait for the price to give you a signal to buy. So that's gold. And I don't think there's more need. Just a bit of S&P. We got, because of the Fed printing money, we got a good recovery. And let's see, just so we are almost doing breakout of the almost all-time high once again because of the Fed. So gave basically the 21 moving average all the price. We broke this triangle. We are trying to close above on the weekly to try to push higher. Resistance over there. If we close above this trend line here, we can do another all-time high. Otherwise, if we do a lower high here, we might come down. So it's all tricky because something like this can happen and everyone is still buying and then we can break down. So this is the bottom here, this trend line. We have this area. If we lose this, if we lose this, we have the moving averages. Okay, so that's it. One hour. Remember, and we are on extreme greed on the fear and greed index. So let's see if we consolidate more. Remember, trend line here, stop loss,